Hey everyone, Charles here with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Tusk UTV rear glass window on your Polaris RZR Pro R4. Now this is designed to help keep dust, rain, and other elements outside of the cab. And as a bonus, it actually helps reduce engine noise. Now this thing is super durable. It's made from laminated safety auto glass, so it's going to stay looking good for a long time. Now the install process is straightforward, so let's go ahead and get started. To start out, we've laid out everything in order. That's going to help us stay organized. And then we need to prep this rear window. So we're going to start with the bulb trim seal. I'm starting with the 31.5-inch piece. This seal is going to be facing the roof once it's installed. And when you install this, you just want to make sure it's centered up. You're going to press it down into place. And if you find any spots that don't press on tight, you can simply pinch this together and it's going to give you a tighter fit. Now usually this is kind of hard to press on, so if you have a soft face mallet, you can tap it all the way down into place. Then we have the 14.5-inch piece going across the bottom right here, and the bulb seal is going to be facing down. The next step is to install both pieces of 17-inch flap seal onto the rear window. Now the way we have the window laid down, the side that is facing up, that's going to be in towards the cab. That's the direction we want this flap seal to be sitting when we install it as well. So you're just going to start in this corner right here, press that on just like we did for the bulb seal. And I'll do that for the other side as well. The next step is to prep the side wings. We're going to start with the 9.5 piece of flap seal, and this narrower end, this is going to be facing the bottom of the machine. Right where this bend is, we're going to start right there with the flap seal, and the flap is going to be facing in towards the cab once it's installed. We're just going to press this on, go around the bend. Then we have a 33-inch piece of bulb seal. The bulb seal is going to be facing the outside of that wing. So we're going to start right at the bend at the top. We're going to press this on. If you have any excess, you can use your side cutters to trim that off, or some heavy-duty scissors. We'll do those same steps for both wings. The next step is to install the foam tape onto the wings. Now you can see we've already gone ahead and done that. And just to give you guys an idea of where these need to be, this is going to go between the wing and your roll cage. So you can see we've got this crease on the wing. If I measure from that, you're going to be anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches up on the back. And then on the front, you'd be anywhere from 2 to 2.5 inches up. So with that being said, I highly recommend just dry fitting this, set it in place, and then use some masking tape and then mark the bottom edge of the roll cage, and you can simply put the foam tape slightly up from the masking tape. So on ours, I ended up marking both the top and the bottom of the roll cage bar with the masking tape, and then you just want to get that foam tape as close to center as possible and on that same angle, and you're going to be good to go. Now over at the machine, we're going to loosen up the 2 roof mounting bolts on each side in the back. We're just using a T40 Torx bit for that. Now we can install the 2-inch loop clamps. So this flat side, that's going to be facing in towards the cab, and all of these, the openings are going to be facing towards the back of the machine. So we've got one right here, then one close to the top, and then 3 across the top. And then 2 on the other side. Next, remove the 2 Torx screws between the seat belt mounts, and we're not going to reuse these screws. Now I'll have a friend help me set the rear window in place. It's going to be easier to set the window behind the speakers first and then slide it up. Then we'll loosely install the hardware for the top 3 mounting locations. That's going to be your M6 by 25mm bolts with a washer. We're going to go through the window and clamp, and then we have a nylock nut on the back side. Now we're going to take our M6 by 30mm button head bolts, again, another M6 washer, and then we're going through the bottom of the rear window into the 2 mounting locations where we previously removed those torque screws in between the seat belts. We're just going to leave all the hardware loose until a later step. Next, you want to set the wings in place. We're going to do that from starting inside of the cab. The little lip is going to fit inside of that rear window piece. Then we're going to take our M6 by 16mm button head bolts. We've got the M6 washers. We're coming through the outside, going through the rear window into the wing, and then we've got the nylock nut on the inside. You've got 6 of those bolts for each wing. So we'll go ahead and do both sides. After that, you want to take the M6 by 25mm button head bolts, the M6 washers. We're going to go from the inside of the wing through both little sections of that clamp, and then we've got the nylock nut on the outside. And you're just going to do that for the remaining 3 clamps. Now that we have everything loosely installed, we can go ahead and adjust the rear window both left and right, up and down, until we have a snug fit all the way around the roll cage. Then we can tighten down all of the hardware. And last, we had those roof mounting bolts loosened up. We're going to tighten those back down. And that's all it takes to install the Tusk UTV rear glass window on your Polaris RZR Pro R4. If you have any questions about the install process, leave those down in the comments. If you need to pick one of these up, you can find them on our website or just click the link in the description below. And if you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.